Hello and welcome to our fourth hospitality webinar. I'd actually like to introduce my colleague Anushka. She handles the sales over here. Hi Anushka, how are you?
Hey, hi, Dhanesh. Hello, team. Thank you so much for joining in.
Anushka, can you believe this is actually our fourth hospitality webinar over here?
I'm actually very excited. I'm looking forward to this. We also have a special guest joining us. So I am actually looking forward to this.
So, an interesting point is when I joined Ingati about a year ago, we didn't know that you'd actually make it this far because it's like four hospitality webinars. We've got so many hotels, so many restaurants which, have taken up our platform. And I'm so excited to actually showcase our platform. Especially this webinar, this is a bit closer to my heart because we're talking about restaurants and me being in the entire restaurant scene over here in Mumbai itself. It's something really great that we're actually going to show right now. So I'm just going to start by giving an introduction of what we are going to speak about. We're going to start by where Anushka, my colleague, is going to explain the basics of chatbot technology. We're going to talk about growth of chatbots in restaurants. Is it actually really required for restaurants right now in this day, time, and age? And finally, the chatbot effect on the major use case, which is customer satisfaction. Will it actually make your customers happy or really not work on customers? And finally, we've got a little surprise towards the end, which you want to introduce. We've got a guest speaker. Isn't that right, Anushka?
Yep, we have got a very special guest joining us.
Yeah, over to you, Anushka.
All right. So let me just give me 1 second. All right, so let me just quickly start by introducing chatbots, right? Exactly what are chatbots, how they're going to be, important, and why are they important in restaurants specifically. So chatbots are these virtual assistants that, you can train for multiple use cases for lead generation, lead qualification, customer support, customer inquiries. And these are deployed on customer-facing platforms so that they can interact with the end customers on a 24/7 support basis, right? Now, since they are on customer facing channels, they are on social media channels like Instagram, Facebook, website, WhatsApp. They interact with them. And for a business, they try to collect the lead information. They basically qualify that lead, perform specific tasks which contribute to direct revenue, right? So that's what chatbots are. And especially in restaurants nowadays, they are very much helpful in terms of, helping in dining reservations. They are very helpful in providing menu, multiple such use cases. Restaurants are currently flooded with a lot of questions as to whether this particular table is available at this particular time, right? That is where chatbox essentially comes in, right? Now, Dhanesh, you have been in hospitality, you've been working in hospitality personally as well. What do you think? Do we require chatbots currently?
So, in my experience, like I said, a year ago, if you told me that there's going to be chatbots even doing about 10% of what our current hosts and our waiters do, I would laugh at you and be like, this is not completely possible. Over the past year, I've seen even some of our hotels, restaurants, the way they've used our chatbot. We've actually taken so many examples over here. Our entire point of sale system integration, the way in which even at 3 in the morning, we accept reservations. It's when the restaurant manager is sleeping, reservations can be accepted, payments can be taken, you can answer every single question about the restaurant itself from that. So I'm actually quite excited for what you have to show so far.
Absolutely. I look forward to it. So I'm just going to quickly present my screen. I'm going to show you the kind of use cases that we are currently doing in this particular space. Now, the bot which we am going to show you is basically deployed on WhatsApp. Now, why WhatsApp is because WhatsApp is the app with the highest user base. It is basically having every person of every age and group, right? It's very convenient. Also, I can always reach out to a customer, always text them on WhatsApp quickly. So it is basically the perfect channel for a customer interaction, right? And all the multiple use cases. So let me just quickly present my screen. Let me know once my screen is visible to you guys. Give me one. All right. Let me know once my screen is visible to you. Is it visible?
Yes, it is.
All right. So I'm just going to start the introduction by quickly sending a hi here, right? And the moment I sent across a hi, instantly the bot would respond to me, saying that welcome to Ingati Hotels. Thank you for reaching out to us. Now, since this is a bot, all of this is pre-trained, it is all customized, right? So it can actually be tailored according to the use cases of that particular restaurant, right? Now, I'm just going to go about these options and I'm going to quickly click on restaurant over here. And instantly the bot is going to show me options now catering towards restaurants specifically, right? Now, one of the major use cases that we see in restaurants currently is the reservation use case, where the bot actually helps in making a reservation. So for example, now it will start a lead generation flow where it will start asking my name, and it will then start asking me my email as well. Right now, once I've actually given these lead details, this is actually linked to our official Google Sheet, right? So all of these details which I'm actually giving are auto-filled on a real-time basis in a Google Sheet, right? Now,
Anushka,
for example,
I think you forgot to put did you forget to put your number over there?
yeah, so I don't actually need to put my phone number because the moment I've actually interacted with the bot, my official Google number has been recorded and basically pushed into a Google Sheet, right? So that is the beauty of WhatsApp. One of the biggest advantages of having WhatsApp as a channel is the fact that the moment I interact with the bot on WhatsApp, my official WhatsApp phone number and the name associated with it gets auto captured. So my phone number is already captured, right? Now, as you can see, I have my phone number is there, my name is there, my email ID is there, and it will start asking me qualification questions, right? Which we usually ask, like, how many guests would you like to make the reservation for, right? What is the date and particular, time for that particular reservation? So I'm just going to go and, give a, write my date. Then it is going to ask in the time for the reservation. I'm going to just give or fill in all of these details according to my requirement. And yes, for example, I am celebrating my anniversary. I can actually even give like these special requests. I would allergic, to seafood, something, all of, such things I can just enter over here. And after giving in all of my details, which are essential, I get like a booking confirmation, a reservation confirmation saying that, this particular reservation will be confirmed. So all the restaurant team needs to do is basically just give me a call and confirm whether this particular reservation at this particular time will be available or not, right? So this is something which is there. Danesh, please tell me if is this something you would find interesting?
I actually really would find interesting, especially because we can't hire 24/7 staff. We would love to get these reservations even in the early in the morning or at non-working hours. But I just have one question: how will people come on the bot? How do you get them here, basically?
So that's a very interesting question. Now, basically, I'm just going to show you by one of the creatives that we had created for Sahara Star, right? So all on the database that you currently have, old and new, right? You can actually have this creative basically where you can promote this particular creative to your data set of phone numbers or the kind of database that you currently have, including old database, new database, and you can actually run this targeted marketing campaign, right? For example, if there is a buffet system that you currently have live going on special occasions, right? And this is not only a way to interact with the end customers, but they also get basically aware of the fact that okay, such occasions are happening, there are discounts happening, and this is also one of the ways in which I can actually get a chance to interact with the bot itself.
That's actually pretty cool. In this way, we can actually get people. So, in my personal experience and all that stuff, when we've tried to market on platforms like Meta, etc., without pulling people to WhatsApp, it's just you're just burning money, right? Because you're not getting the lead right after that. So in this
Exactly.
case, you can actually keep using the lead again for that. So I think that would be pretty cool, right?
Yes, absolutely. And apart from this, now this is one of the use cases which I showed, but you can actually even place an order on WhatsApp where we integrate with your POS systems. And I, as a guest, can actually view the menu, check the rates. Now, whenever I'm visiting a particular restaurant, I will be checking the rates of the dishes, what kind of cuisine you guys offer. So I can actually, the bot can actually help me with that as well. So I can actually even go ahead and view the menu over here where the menu can be displayed to the guest via, let's say, a PDF format or let's say an image. It's completely up to how the restaurant would like what kind of media the restaurant would like to display it for the guest, right? So as you can see, I have a PDF over here which I can just go ahead and check the rates of that particular dish. And here is where it gets interesting, where I can actually also go ahead and order. So not only can I actually check what exactly is the menu, I can also place an order from WhatsApp. This is essentially where the POS integration comes in. Now, let's say if I'm clicking on main course over here, it will actually give me all the dishes which are there in main course. And I can actually go ahead and make a purchase from here, right? So let's say if I'm adding this particular dish to my cart, now the bot not only helps to place an order, but it also upsells for a restaurant. So as you can see, I have added this particular dish into my cart, and as you can see, the bot is recommending me to pair it with an Indian white wine, right? So the bot can actually give such recommendations as well, and this is completely customized all on the experience of the restaurant, right? So the restaurant can customize it to basically give recommendations to the end customer as to, as an add-on and actually help in upselling. So Dhanesh, you have actually personally also worked in this space as a chef as well. What do you think of this particular feature?
So this is actually brilliant, but I'm going to give you two sides of this. I mean, when it comes to the extreme fine dining restaurants, they have sommeliers for this, and I completely respect that. And what we do is we train the entire restaurant bot of each hotel on every single alcohol, every single wine, every single food product, and the bot learns and recommends. This is not only for the top tier restaurant, this is for everyone, even your local cafe, which is serving maybe beer and wine. I would love to order an arancini one day, or maybe a club sandwich maybe, and get a recommendation of any dish to go or a dessert to go along with it. Or maybe I'm sitting at a really nice cafe and they're giving me a good sangria as a recommendation for any of the dish which I'm ordering. This is not really boost customer service. Like for me, I'll be extremely happy because I've got the perfect wine to have with my dish, but it's also going to increase the revenue, when you clearly said about upselling. So this is actually really good, and it should really work in a lot of places.
Absolutely. I also wanted to ask, so when you were working, you must be getting, situations where a certain person was allergic to a particular dish. It must be a chaotic situation. How did you deal with that?
Yes, so that is actually one of the worst things anyone in any restaurant can actually go through when you serve someone a dish which they are allergic to. You have shellfish allergies, you have gluten allergies, you have lactose intolerant people, and something. Just imagine serving shellfish to someone who's allergic to shellfish. They'll go straight into an anaphylactic shock. The amount of money, service recovery, everything that needs to be done post that is unimaginable. This actually, like, from what I have seen, from what we've built out in this bot, actually solves that. And I'm quite surprised because over here you're training the bot on every single dish which is known. And I would actually love for you to show it to our guests over here
Absolutely.
on
So
this.
this is a problem which is something the bot can actually help in, where the customer can actually inquire to the bot whether if whatever specific allergy that they have, they can check whether that dish actually has it. Also, they can also ask the bot, basically some questions like this, like a gluten-free dish, right? And according to that, the bot can actually give recommendations of the dishes which are specifically gluten-free, right? So the bot can actually help not only suggest these dishes, but I can actually query the bot to see whether the particular dish which I'm ordering has that particular allergen or not, right? So this is actually a very important issue, and the bot actually helps with this in terms of giving understanding about whether it is a particular dish has a particular thing which the person might be allergic to.
That's actually really great. This would help a lot of restaurants, especially in restaurants have such a high turnover when it comes to staff, when it comes to waiters, etc. They're not really trained on understanding which dishes are gluten free, etc. And especially in India, where you have Jains, you have vegans, you have halal, you have so many different possibilities and so many different requirements, and it can go wrong with an ill-trained staff. It can go wrong. The best part about our bot is it is perfectly trained, and
Yes.
it'll be trained on everything in your menu itself. So I'm going to go ahead and get circle back on the presentation itself. So, Anushka, we have said one more thing I wanted to actually discuss. Now, this is a little bit of a tough one. How can the bot communicate in different languages? Because everyone who's traveling has faced this.
Absolutely. So there have been times where, let's say, if someone is visiting a restaurant and they are not local from there, there can be communication gap, which our bot can actually solve, right? Our bot can actually be deployed in 52 different languages, which includes Indian local languages as well as global languages as well. So we have actually deployed a very similar kind of a bot for Hilton. It's a bot that we have deployed for them on Instagram, and it's a multilingual bot deployed in English and Arabic. I'm just going to quickly present my screen, and I'm just going to show you their bot. Give me 1 second.
Until then, I just want to, speak about what exactly happens. So, and everyone who's traveled to Southeast Asian countries and who loves food can clearly understand that when you go into a place which is recommended on Google, etc., they don't specifically speak your language, and it's really difficult to actually order a dish. It's like they have their Google Translate on, we have our Google Translate on, etc., and it's actually a really fun level of a Chinese whisper which goes on. Maybe they've got the right dish, but when it actually goes back to the chef itself, there's something completely different which comes out of it. Um, Here in Ingati, what Anushka is actually going to show you when it comes to our Hilton bot, we've got a multilingual bot. So this entire thing, when it comes to restaurants, when it comes to your international guests, your international clients, it should actually be solved from this.
Yes, I'm just going to quickly present my screen here. Let me know once it's visible. Can you see my screen?
I think it's loading in a bit. So until Anushka can actually bring up her screen and show the Hilton bot, which is currently live on Instagram, I'm just going to go ahead and continue on with the presentation and show you exactly and just summarize what all we spoke about today. We spoke about the fact that our bot can be multilingual. We have upselling features on our bot. You can have allergen related issues which actually can be reduced on our bot itself in there. And this is just scratching the surface. When it comes to our chatbot, there are so many, so many things that can actually be done with a restaurant bot. And surprisingly, from our own hotels, from our own restaurants, we ourselves have learned on exactly how to, uh, get the chatbot. If they've literally taken us 100%, and we're so impressed with what people have actually done when it comes to the chatbot industry. And something which I would like to say to all the guests joining us right now is this has been done. We are just taking this entire restaurant domain, this entire restaurant chatbot sector forward. In the year 2022, we've saved about 11 billion in customer support. When you talk about customer support, it's exactly what we spoke about. When it comes to guest interaction, you do not miss any reservation, no matter what time, no matter what day, whether your staff, whether your team is working, not working, if they're sleeping in the night, you can get a reservation and a payment done, and a potential ROI of 1,275%. And so this is actually a brilliant world we live in, and we would love to actually get people on board when it comes to the restaurant chatbot and see amazing things that they come up. Now, Anushka, we have someone we spoke about something towards the end, right? We have a special guest joining us.
Yes, we. It's my pleasure to introduce that we have Bhavna. She basically has been working with Engati. We've been basically personally working with Hayat and for multiple such use cases. And today we have Bhavna from Hayat uh, on our webinar today. Hi, Bhavna. Welcome to the webinar.
Hi everyone, good evening.
How are you doing? Thank you so much for joining us, first of all.
No, it's completely fine. How are you guys? I'm really
Um,
enjoying
I'm
the
doing-
presentation. I'll let you guys finish first.
yeah,
Thank you
yeah,
so much for
yeah.
joining in.
No
Yeah,
worries.
yeah, no. It's really nice to have you. We understand you had an event today and you've taken out time to actually come on board and give your insights on this. And we're actually honored that you're giving us a little bit of an industry insight on what the entire scene of chatbots is. So thank you once again for this. And
Yeah. Thank you so
I'm
much
actually
for.
gonna, yeah, sure. I'm actually not gonna take much of your time. I'm gonna just move on to the questions. So the first question for Bhavna over here is, what inspired you to focus on integrating AI into your operations?
So the thing is, sometime last year we initiated this F&B campaign through Meta, where we basically figured that there was a huge lag in terms of customer responses. If you rightly mentioned during the presentation, that minimum of 16, 17 hours. So this is when me and my team were like, how do we fix this? How do we go about this? Then we started integrating AI in our F&B campaigns. So that's how, and that's where the entire journey basically began.
That's great. That's actually really nice to know that it started from there. So the next question, and this might be a little bit of a tricky one, where do you see AI taking the hospitality industry in the next 5 to 10 years?
So the thing is, when I talk about hospitality as an industry, I think there's still time for it to evolve in terms of AI integration. But when I look at numbers, I feel like data is a very important point. Like if like the more we enable AI with the right tools and data, especially, I think there's just so much that can be done. And as you already know, hospitality is all about creating, customizing these experiences, and without us knowing what kind of preferences a potential customer or like a previous guest have, how do we tailor make these experiences? So it's with that, and like we definitely have things like facial recognition, automated check-ins and checkouts happening. These are something that already are being taken, like these are things that are already happening in other countries. But I feel like with data there's so much that can be done. Like we are currently running Ngati WhatsApp campaigns for our F&B, that is. And like it's just, for example, like I'd like to say that with the help of geo targeting locations, demographics, and all the past data that we have, I think there's a lot of conclusions that can be drawn, and it'll help us in moving forward, that is.
That's really good. That's really nice to know. We've actually learned so much from you, Broda itself, and the entire Hyatt team. Our bot has also been built so much, and it's great. This cross learning which takes place when it comes to AI. It's actually amazing. But I'm actually going to ask you a little bit more of a difficult question right now. And I'm personally from the hospitality industry itself, and we've got a lot of old school people over there also in hotels, etc. So how do you see AI and the human staff working together in the hospitality scene? Like, can the human touch and AI actually go hand in hand, according to you?
Definitely, they can. As we were speaking, I mean, coming from a luxury segment, you yourself have a luxury segment background. That is, I mean, human touch is never going to go out of fashion. That is, they have to work hand in hand. Like I, with the help of data, will know will know more details about my guests, which will help me in curating that sort of experience for them. For example, let's say I had a previous customer who's come and dined at my restaurant. I know he's allergic to these all things, and with the help of everything, all the details that I have, my staff will be able to treat them the right way. They'll be able to suggest them, customize things for them. So I think it's very important for both of these to go hand in hand, because AI alone or human touch alone is not going to give us the kind of results that we desire, for sure.
That's great. We're so happy you feel that way and all that stuff. Oh yeah, and I'm gonna come on to our last question over here. Do you feel AI has changed the perception guests have towards hotels? Do you see guests coming in and utilizing technology and being a little more open towards utilizing technology? Do you see the shift which is happening slowly?
Definitely. So I think like this is what I've heard from most of the people. The second they see any thing of these sorts, they're like, okay, this is so innovative. This is so different. I would love to try this. But at the same time, I've heard contradictory reviews as well. People are like, you know what? There are times there are a lot of brands who end up sending out a lot of messages. Now we're talking about, let's say, a broadcast message, something as basic as that. So people can find it a little overwhelming at times, but overall people are very much like looking forward to how AI is actually going to help them in better, or have an overall better experience at the property or the restaurant.
That's actually great to know. Giving like an actual experience and just adding to a point which you said about the entire spamming and all. Some people do take AI to another level itself, where they use it to complete
Yeah.
broadcast and just irritate people itself. You have so many people coming in and saying, "I don't want to speak to a chatbot. I want to talk to a person." So that's where that's the entire working hand in hand with you guys, which comes in where we understand exactly what the guest wants, what your customer wants. It's not like we just give you a certain feature and say, what, just run it. We want to exactly train the bot like it's one of your team members or like it's one of your staff or waiters or hostesses, which can actually answer exact questions what is being asked on the bot. And we're actually really looking forward to this collaboration with Hyatt Hotels. It's I think it's the start of a great journey.
Yeah, because I'm really excited about, or like was very excited while you guys were talking about what all you've done for other properties as well, because that is the future. I mean, these are the small steps that we ourselves are taking for the brand, and it's going to definitely lead us to incremental revenue. So definitely, we ourselves are like really excited to be working with you all.
That's great. Thank you so much, Bhavna, for
Thank you
joining
so
us and
much,
taking
Bhavna.
time out. It was really great having you over here. I'm looking forward to speaking with you more on this.
We look
Definitely,
forward to working with you more, and we look forward to a successful collaboration as well.
definitely. I look forward to meeting you guys tomorrow. That is most of the time.
Absolutely.
Yes,
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 absolutely. Um,
absolutely.
so yeah, I
Thank
think
you. Yes.
ending on a very positive note that whatever has been shown can actually be customized according to your own restaurant, according to your own, let's say, use cases. And for we would look forward to a potential collaboration in the future.
Yes. Now coming to the end of our presentation, we would like to open this up to any of the questions which anyone has for us itself. So you can just go ahead and ask on, and Anushka and I are here to answer the questions she would like to ask. Yeah. So we have basically, one second, I'm reading out one question away. Just let me see if I can actually read it properly over here. Do you offer any point of sale integrations? Yes, we do actually have point of sale integrations. We are integrated with Paid Puja, we integrated with Rista. We faced some heat a little bit in the beginning, where even they did not know what exactly that we're doing. But now, 1.5 years down the line, they're seeing that the traction is going more towards chatbots. We've got a lot of point of sale systems. We've got POSIS, Paid Puja, Rista, wherein when you make a table reservations, it'll actually put it straight onto your system itself. When you it's so the reservations will be 100% automated over there. Any other questions? Okay, so we have one more question. Is the bot only on WhatsApp and Instagram? No, we actually, Anushka, would you like to take this up? We've got asked a question. Is the
Yes,
bot
yes,
only on WhatsApp and
absolutely. So
Instagram?
the bot can be deployed on multiple other channels apart from WhatsApp and Instagram. We've got website, we've got Facebook, we've got Telegram, mobile app, we've got Slack. So we have 14 such channels with us. It is not just limited to just two platforms.
Okay, perfect. And the next question is, do you take commission on the orders placed? No, we're not like Swiggy and Zomato or any of the aggregators. We have a subscription fee. We don't really want to get into your entire the commission basis and all that stuff. We know that it's a very controversial point to actually talk about, and we don't want to take hard-earned commissions. We are actually trying to get many of the hotels and restaurants away from paying hefty commissions to a lot of their aggregators.
And adding on to that, basically, the reason why we don't take commissions is because our pricing model and pricing structure is entirely different. It is not the way the aggregators like Swiggy and Zomato charge. So yeah, basically our commission structure does not match with them.
We've got another question. Anushka, would you like to answer this? What if the bot cannot answer something?
Yes. So in cases where the bot is not able to answer certain questions, you can actually involve someone from your team members. So we have a capability called a live chat function capability where someone from your team can actually get connected, interrupt that chat, and resolve that particular query in case the bot is not trained for that. So you can actually resolve that query by involving someone from your team in the chat.
I think one more question. We have to wrap it up. I think so I'm going to take this question as the last question. Um, do we only give the bot, and what about the after sales services? Yes, we actually do have a very extensive. So Anushka and I are sitting here in Mumbai, where we are the sales, marketing, product team, and we also have an entire customer success and tech team that sits out at Bangalore, and they are at your every beck and call when it comes to increasing your revenue, when it comes to helping you market, when it comes to everything. So we are basically there for you. There's nothing that you actually have to worry about when it comes to this, and we have an entire domain for hospitality over here, hospitality and restaurants. So when it comes to actual industry experts, when it comes to helping you achieve all your goals, Ingati is here for you for the same. So I think that's about it. These are the questions that we will be taking for now. Thank you so much
Thank you
for
so much
joining us.
for joining in, for giving us your time. And yeah, thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.
This is a great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You
Thank you,
too.
guys.
Bye.